I am Slick Nick. Let's sort out some psychology. Now, I think this is interesting, and I know this video probably will not be very popular. If anything else, this is for me, is I'm sorting out how I perceive the world. So let's check out this comment I received on a recent video that hardly anyone watched and probably ever will. It was called Body Recomposition. Some people have the willpower but aren't open-minded to change their strategy, which I think is fascinating. For a guy who's at the gym 6 days a week, what I see is this. I see people like me who have had a complete transformation. They have lowered their body fat percentage, they're increased their muscle mass. But there's more people who have not done that, yet they're there every day, which I think is fascinating. The people would wake up as early as I do to keep going to the gym and doing what they're doing, spending an hour there, but yet there's no results changing. There's no results received. They're not losing body fat and they're not necessarily gaining muscle mass either, but to them they're doing that. Which, compare that to this. There's plenty of people, unlike those people, there's people who have no willpower. They don't have what it takes to get up every day to go to the gym. So there's two different stages of not getting results, right? There's A, not having willpower, or there's B, having willpower but not being open-minded to a strategy to actually yield results, right? And then there's people like me and other people at the gym who have the willpower, who are open-minded to changing their strategy to actually get results. I think that's interesting, right? So that was what the video is about. Let's check out this comment, which has got me thinking a little bit, because I'm always wanting to improve myself, not simply on the outside, but also always on the inside as well. So on that video, I received a comment from KL who had this to say. You know what they say, people who are truly happy with their own results don't need to constantly point out the shortcomings and differences of others around them. I hope you truly reach satisfaction with your results someday and don't have to keep body shaming people around you by doing videos like this. It just comes off as elitist, end quote. So fair enough. I mean, by all means, believe me, this is a very influential book for me. So it's got me thinking for myself, am I, because I recently made a video about how I have zero interest in looking down on other people. And I'm sincerely asking the question now, do I look down on those people at the gym who do that? I guess that's only a question that I can answer. You know, ultimately, am I body shaming these people who have no names or faces in this video that I see every day, that I don't know personally? Well, some of them I do actually. But am I body shaming them? Maybe I am. Maybe this is a sign of my own insecurity. Maybe it's a sign that I need more praise for my accomplishments. I would hope not. What I would hope is that ultimately I know that I have to judge my own situation and thinking, and this is something I'm constantly doing, evaluating myself, thinking, is what I'm doing, is it efficient? Is it working? Which is largely why I've actually reached the results that I have, why I've lost all that fat, and why I have built more muscle. Because if I looked in the mirror day after day and kept going to the gym and didn't see results and wasn't willing to try something different, then I would be like those people who don't change their strategy. So I think it's important that I actually have examples to look at, including myself, to figure out if I need to change my own results. So do I look down on those people? Absolutely not. What I do is I just recognize they have the willpower, they just haven't changed their strategy. Now, if they came up to me and said, hey, I've noticed that you have improved in the time that you come to the gym. What are you doing? You better believe I would be happy to help those people learn what would help them change for the better. You know, and I would say they're not necessarily making mistakes. It's just that they haven't got to that point. I'd be happy to help them. Do I look down on them? No. But I will say I use that as motivation to compare and contrast myself to know that what I'm doing is working. It's not a coincidence because I have evolved. So I guess another thought that comes to mind as I'm reading this video, because again, I want to always improve. But this person is saying that I'm body shaming, and this person is saying that I'm coming across as an elitist, which I don't want to do. And I think part of the process to get me through that and not be that person is to make this video to sort it out. Again, a video no one's going to watch, and I know that. But ultimately, it's interesting because this person is saying that I don't need to point out the shortcomings of others. There is a paradox because it kind of seems like the person's doing that for me. So I don't know. Is there a paradox in there that to point that out about me, they're ultimately doing the same thing? I don't know. Again, no one will watch this video, but I do think that that's interesting. And lastly, here's what it makes me think of. It makes me think of modern day. Facebook has always made it very easy to put a banner around your profile picture saying whatever you support. Like, there was a bombing in France a while back. I support France, right? I mean, of course, why wouldn't we support? But what does that even mean? I support France. By putting a picture around your face on Facebook, it means that somehow you're helping France? Well, now they have one with the vaccine, which I will not speak of because I'm politically neutral. I'm a centrist, so I won't talk about the vaccine specifically, what you should do. But I will say that there's an option on there where you can get a banner around your face that says, go get vaccinated, y'all. Encouraging other people to get the vaccine, which comes across as telling other people what to do, how they should live their lives, which is not what I'm interested in doing. What I am interested in doing is learning how to improve, knowing that means I have to look at myself every day on how I can improve, but also look at what's not working. One of my life lessons has always been this. I want to be able to learn not only from my own mistakes, but ideally from other people's mistakes or other people's shortcomings or other people not reaching their goal. Ultimately, if I can learn from that, that's a mistake that I don't have to make in my own life. So I think that is interesting. But ultimately, there's so much irony in a video like this because you, the audience member, get to decide. Am I looking down on these people who are at the gym every day and they have the willpower, but they're not losing their body fat and they're not gaining muscle mass? And maybe they're happy. One of my life sayings is this: people always find a way to do the thing that they really want to do. And maybe there's guys at the gym that are truly happy with having huge bowling balls for shoulders and arms and a huge chest. Maybe they're happy with that even though they have a belly or they have stick legs. Maybe they've reached their goal and they're happy doing that. I wouldn't be, but I'm not them. So you know what? If I were them, I'd probably think like them and I'd probably be happy in that situation. But for me personally, if I'm not reaching my own goal, then I'm willing to change things. So I think that's interesting. This video closes with you getting to be in the judge's seat yourself, audience members. You get to decide, am I being judgmental? Am I body shaming these nameless, faceless people at the gym? Am I? Because if I am, I need to change how I think. I need to improve. So you get to be the judge and tell me about my own possible shortcomings right here in the comments.